It's, early on, they tried to get physical at you guys, but just think about the way you kind of fought through all that and just kept your composure as a team.
Yeah, I mean, from the jump of the game, they get out there 11-2, so they had the momentum, physicality as well. But we just settled into the game. I mean, we came to the timeout and said, we got to get stops, we got to be more physical as well. And once we made that adjustment, we were pretty much free flow through the rest of the game. Got to the free throw line, slowed the game down a little bit, and really got the looks that we wanted to get and got some stops. So we knew, that was expected that they were going to come out and be more physical after the first game. But we did a good job just going right back at that.
I know it's a long series, but
Just making his looks hard. I mean, he's a tough matchup just with his size, but I try to use my quickness laterally and my strength to be able to make him make second moves out there. Just really reading some of the things that he wants to do, and make every look that he gets a tough look. I mean, with a player like that, they run a lot of sets through him, and he's a good player getting downhill as well. So just trying to beat him to the spot and make him take tough twos.
Here in the second quarter when Joel comes off the floor and James and Tyrese are on the floor at the same time, that's been really effective for you guys in both of these games.
Yeah.
How do you see that pairing? You're on the floor at that point too. Like how is that grouping and that pairing to evolve quickly to create a good buffer from when Joel's off the floor?
Yeah, we're still trying to really figure out like lineups as well that work together. But when we had that group out there, we ran a lot of 1-2 pick and rolls because they were front James pretty much in the middle of the court. So we just try to pick out a matchup right there and kind of exploit it. So Tyrese was able to get downhill, James was able to get downhill and just create other shots for other guys as well. But really, in that lineup, we got a lot of stops to get out of transition. And with that group, Tyrese, the way that he's so fast on the open court, we was able to really get out there and get some good, efficient shots. So, it's kind of, we're still figuring out game by game, but that was a good highlight of tonight, that second group out there.
What confidence that this group is playing with right now, just being up to low this year?
Yeah, we're playing with a good confidence. I mean, obviously it's 2 games, but I just think as a whole, we came in the first game, we executed tonight. We executed. We had a little slippage fourth quarter, but overall, I think we're really sticking to the game plan. The coaches have put a great game plan in front of us to allow us to be successful. Obviously, it's the playoffs, and game by game, there's going to be different adjustments. But overall, we're doing a good job of executing what is that task for us.
When Doc was up here just now, he was hopefully saying what Kyle was about to say. He was talking about the fact that you had to make more changes than anybody else on the team, and that he appreciates the example that spirit shows to the other guys throughout the season. What are your impressions of those comments?
Man, that's a nice comment, Doc. I think I'm gonna buy him a box of crumble tomorrow, just for that. Just to get that compliment. I've had to make some adjustments, but I think having a coach like that, I think the biggest adjustment for me is when we actually sat down and talked and just had a real conversation. And he told me what he envisions me of doing and how I can do it at a very high level to help the group. And from there, I just was basically at peace with that and kind of never looked back from that time. So I think with all that, I understand keeping the group as a whole together, making sure everybody is in the right spirit of mind is big for us as a team, especially towards this run that we're trying to do. So I have to be that person as well that has my attitude and my stature of the group in the right place as well. So I just think all those things come together and then just figuring it out. I think that was the biggest thing from the team the whole year is figuring out ways that we can be successful. So those things it's what this game is about. It's what life is about, adjusting and adapting.
In that game, Morgan, you were really decisive and stopped really anytime he had the ball,
Yeah.
pass. Was that part of it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, this is, I would say, I talked to him before, this is like first time in my career that, like, catch and shoot was like an emphasis for me, whereas, in past years prior, it was more, I catch the ball, isolate, wait, hold. So it was just evaluating how to be more efficient in the role, and, that was a big emphasis from the All-Star break was catching that ball and shooting quick. And for me, that was an adjustment, but there's a lot of extra hours in the gym and hard work of adjusting to it and being able to let it fly. And for me, I'm in a great rhythm, great groove right now, and I just look to continue that success.
Elias, I did have a different question.
There we go. You got it.
Doc said that since he's been coaching you, this is the best defensive stretch he's had. And, you've had assignments ranging from DeRozan, Carlton Towns, Siakam tonight. I guess, what has been the key to you having this sort of
First, just knowing the opponent and knowing some of the qualities and the tendencies that they have on the floor of what they want. And then, for me, it's just embracing the challenge. I mean, when I came in the league, that was like the biggest knock on me, that I couldn't play defense. And, as the years have gone on, I worked on my lateral quickness and my body to be able to be healthy, slide, and, to be better laterally. So anytime I'm on the floor and have that opportunity to embrace, going up and challenge somebody and making their life hard out there, I try to take advantage of it. So it's for me, it's special to kind of have people looking at me now as a defender. And I embrace that. And I think for us as a team, to make this run, the guys that we'll play against, there's a lot of forwards. It's an important position in the NBA, so just being able to stop them is going to be important. So I embrace that full challenge there. But it's taken a lot of hard work to get to this point as well, to be able to go out there and actually try to stop somebody.
Do you think it's helped that you've had James has taken so much responsibility, Tyrese has grown into his role as well, obviously. The fact that you now have all this offensive firepower that you can focus more energy on that end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have more energy to go out and guard somebody and, kind of pick them up and, exploit my energy on that end. And I think, when James came here in the trade early on, first couple games, I think we were playing in Chicago, and I just said, like, to have a full impact on this team, you may not get the same amount of shots, but you can make a bigger impact on the defensive end. And I kind of just embraced that challenge since then. Versus all the guys that we have played against, that I was matched up against. So, it's just trying to figure out different ways to be impactful for the group and help us play winning basketball.
What's your reaction to Danny's
Yo, that was crazy. Cause like Danny, he never dunk, and I was really shocked because I thought he was gonna pass me the ball in the corner, and then he went up there and I was like, oh no, and I was like, oh shh. That was tough though. Then he going, that's Sports Center. What y'all think? They still do top 10? Yeah, that's number one.
Hey, buddy.
All right.